Hello and welcome again to the Assorted Crackers podcast. We are here today to talk about the passions and pastimes and distractions that we're using to recharge our batteries and restore our souls, and we have some great ones to cover today. First, we're going to talk about all these changes happening across the college football landscape, and then Lee has brought in a special pick that he won't even show us. He walked in here with a brown bag. He insists on not letting us see it. We're going to taste it first and then I guess hopefully find out what it is. And then just to wrap it all up, as the PGA season has come to a close, we thought it would be nice to honor the legendary golf coach Chubbs Peterson and talk about our happy places. So let's get into it, guys.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Where do we want to start? There's so much to get into.
Well, I think first we start with the expansion of the playoff.
Okay.
Because going from 4 teams to 12, I think it makes it much more significant. It's going to be a lot more exciting. Gives you a few extra weeks of college football.
And it supposedly is going to give more teams who ordinarily might not have the opportunity to compete for a title a chance to get in.
Well, I think you look at last year, I think Georgia losing to Alabama in the SEC championship game kicked them out of the playoff, which they were still a freaking good team.
I think they probably number one all year.
Yeah, and I think they deserved another shot. And so I think having 12 teams is, when you look at basketball, you look at Division III, you look at Division II. I mean, they've all got playoffs, and I just think it's more exciting and it's more fair, and I think you will get a true national champion.
I think it'll be a lot of fun also, just when you do the expansion. I think the first 2 games are going to be played at home based on their schedule, so you get to have a home playoff game in late December.
I like that a lot.
I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
As a fan,
So
I'd love to spend New Year's Day in Oxford.
That'd be great.
let's book it.
I'm in.
But one of the promises of this expanded playoffs is that, yes, the Georgias and the Alabamas get a much better chance, but it also is a chance for a more mid-major program. Do we think that's going to happen for a smaller program to actually get into the playoffs?
You mean like Ole Miss?
Come on.
I'm just saying.
Well, no, I think he's talking about like a Memphis.
Yeah, that's more
because that's your 12th seed or 12th spot, right? I mean, isn't that what they're saying? So if Memphis, I think it'd be awesome for Memphis, and that's what they're talking about right now. It seems to be that Memphis has a pretty good shot.
Sure.
Of getting into the playoff, and to be the number 12 seed would be very cool for the city of Memphis.
That would be giant. And that is the promise, but I'll believe it when I see it. I still feel like, again, it's going to come down to conference champions and AP rankings and some combination of the two, and somehow it's still going to end up being big programs from big conferences. That's my guess.
I don't disagree. Well, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
So the next thing on this is you got the conference realignments. What's the deal with that? I have a huge protest to all of the expansions. I think that you're going to have kids, especially from the East Coast, flying to the West Coast. It's not fair to the kids or the parents. If they play a home game in California, but really they're over on, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Well, you got the Big 10, which is now the Big, is it 18?
Yeah.
We know why they're doing it. I understand, but it doesn't make sense, right? Well, maybe we start with our own backyard, though, because the SEC now has welcomed Oklahoma and Texas, which regionally, that makes sense. They're big programs. It's going to be fun to play them. I've never been to games in Oklahoma or Texas in terms of being able to enjoy that. What do you think about those two teams?
I don't think that's as big of a deal. We've already got Texas A&M. They got to go to Florida back and forth. That's not so bad. But I just think when you start changing 3 and 4 time zones, I think that's a problem. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about education. I think it's a problem, guys. You got to be a student athlete. How do you get there? How do you get back? You're missing classes. You're doing, it's hard to be a student and to be an athlete anyway. But now that you're going to be traveling across the country all the time, what about basketball? When they start playing basketball
on Tuesday night, you're going to miss 3 days of school.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Because when you're in UCLA or USC or Washington, and they are flying to Maryland
or Miami or wherever.
I mean, it makes no sense. I mean, you're putting too much pressure on these student athletes to, have to get their schoolwork done, do the practices. I mean,
You're talking like dads. You're not talking like fans. Come on.
Dads, fans, whatever. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, we got rid of rivalries left and right. I mean, or rivalries are played in the first 2 weeks
week
of the
3,
year.
yeah.
Week 3, you got rivalry games. I mean, those are made for November, Thanksgiving time frame. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
well, I have a cousin that lives right outside Portland, and his son went to Oregon State, and now the Oregon State game is the 3rd game of the year, and probably not going to happen in the next few years because of the Big Ten schedule or I mean, and why? And then Stanford and Cal joining the ACC and having to fly to Miami and Clemson, and it makes no sense.
Now, it's any old port in the storm right now, and it's not going to end. I mean, we know why they're doing it. They're trying to shore up the biggest contracts with the most money, because that's really what it's all about right now. And again, we talked earlier about the smaller programs and the smaller conferences. It's really leaving them out.
Oh, I agree with you.
So,
I mean, back to Memphis. I mean, it just puts them in a bad spot, or Southern Miss, or who else? I mean, there's just too many to list, really.
yeah. But that's the new reality. You got to keep up with who you're playing and why you're playing them, and hopefully they can figure this out. But as long as they're chasing those big contracts, they're going to make some decisions that don't make any sense.
Thank you, ESPN.
Well, speaking of money, we've kind of danced around a big one. Sort of the combination, this perfect storm of name, image, likeness, and the transfer portal. What do we think of that? I mean, it has completely changed the way talent is recruited into a program.
It's BS.
BS. Say more.
Well, I just think it's garbage that these kids are going to coaches and saying, well, I want X amount of money. And I don't know if I'm even talking out of turn, but it just seems like these kids can transfer schools every year and ask for more money, and or if they're not getting playing time that they think they deserve, or I
mean, I agree. There should be some contracts and stuff like that. There's some ways that people can control it, where you can't just pick up and go. You've got an agreement. You need to play through your agreement, and there's nothing like that at this point. I mean, this is the way it is, and then some people are making the best out of it, and I'm all for it. But for that, when you got the rules of the game, you play the game, and that's the way you play it. But I will say that we're going to come down to a point where all good teams, just like whether it's business or wherever it is, I think that people are attracted to be around A+ talent, and that's what goes on. If you got people who are chasing the money, then they'll go to those places and they'll go chase the money. But if you got people who are coming to want to win a championship, or to be around people who are excellent to make themselves better, I think then you're going to find real organizations that are all about development and making that happen. I just think that's a big deal.
So let's talk about why this happened, though. And I think there's nobody to blame but the NCAA.
They're always to blame.
They absolutely refuse to even consider the needs of the student athlete, which we keep using that word. They're got to be amateurs. They can't take any benefits at all for being recruited, which opens the door for all the cheating, right? Behind the table, under the table, whatever you want to call it. And because they refused to move, it went to a higher court. And in these decisions in favor of these student athletes, which I do support, they make millions of dollars for the university, and they can't even sleep on a coach's couch without getting in trouble. They need some sort of benefit.
Well, but then there's plenty of kids that come to whichever school, and they can't afford clothes or toothbrushes, or and they need some sort of compensation other than just
the scholarship. No, and again, if the NCAA had evolved, had kept up with the times, they could have put in the right restrictions, the right rules to manage this in a way that isn't the wild, wild west, that doesn't have kids literally walking up to coaches going, well, my best offer so far is $200,000. Can you beat it?
Yeah.
But they didn't. They refused to move, and so again, the environment moved around them, and now they're behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, and you've got these kids that, I mean, have 6-7 figure deals for these schools. I just think it's absurd.
Yeah.
They got to limit it.
I wish we could solve it today, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, and in the meantime, thankfully, we've got a coach at Ole Miss who knows how to work the system, and he speaks out against it. He wants change, he wants regulation, he wants some sort of order. But until that happens, he knows how to play the game, and we're benefiting from that.
Well, I'm not complaining about that, but
But you're wanting some regulation.
I
You
do
want some
want
control.
regulation because I think there
completely
has
fair.
to be some control, and the NCAA is just weak, and they're going to take their cash and we'll deal. They're just going to kick the can down the road, and anyway, BS.
They're going to cancel themselves, and that's fine.
All right. Lee,
Yes, sir.
we are sitting here with bated breath, wanting to know what it is that you've brought into the room for us to taste.
Why don't you give it a nose and tell me what you think?
All right.
This is one that you want to find whenever you get a chance.
Okay.
It's got good legs.
So let me.
Give me your first thought.
Well, I'm picking up on the nose the sweet, some corn.
I hope so.
Well, I mean it's not a rye.
It is
No,
bourbon.
It is not a rye. It is bourbon.
Go with the obvious here.
But you said we need to pick it up where we can. Is this something that's a little allocated, a little hard to find?
Yes.
Okay, that helps.
So you're right. There's no rye in this.
There's some brown sugar though.
There's some. The mash bill would be corn, wheat, and barley.
Gosh, that narrows it down.
This is
It's got a nice sweet smell though.
This is a 90 proof.
Got some fruit coming.
You do? All right. How about you're tasting Weller 12?
Yeah. So what do we know about Weller 12 for those who may not have been able to find it at your local liquor store?
So Weller 12 is part of the Buffalo Trace group. It is their wheated mash bill. It is 12 years old. It is 90 proof. And again, the mash bill is corn, wheat, and rye. I mean, corn, wheat, and barley, excuse me. And it is one that a lot of people start and really want. I mean, it's got an excellent nose. It's easy to drink and
Very easy to drink.
Somewhat crushable.
Super crushable. Now, a wise man once told me, and this may be rumor and innuendo, but that Weller 12 went into the barrel with the intention of growing up to be a pappy. And the taster said, not quite. Now, is that your...
I mean, I'm sure that there's some discussion about that. I don't really know that that's true, but they would have the same mash bill.
You know who that wise man was?
Who's that?
Wilson.
Oh,
Well,
I mean, maybe.
I don't know if you read the book Pappy Land, have you
Yeah,
read
I've heard him say that in Pappyland.
that?
Now, Julian may not say that.
Well, in the book he said that if he can't drink Pappy, he wants Weller 12.
That's true.
And if he can't drink Weller 12, then he drinks Makers.
That's true.
So
He's a weak guy.
This has
this has got to be pretty close to what.
It's really good.
It's a really good.
Excellent.
It's not the same as the Lot B12,
No,
but it is good.
Yeah, it's very good. Thank you for this.
This is a treat.
Absolutely.
This is a treat.
We'll stay on the Weller train in a minute.
Oh, is there more coming?
There might be.
You know, every time we sample something, I feel like we need to have a toast for something, right? We just jump right in. I know we've already pretty much finished these, but maybe the next time I would like to offer some toast.
Again, we are tasting fingernails. We're not going in deep. We want to make sure that we can communicate later
I'm just making an offer. There's a lot of people who I want to thank and a lot of memories I want to make. And
What is this? The Oscars?
maybe start playing the music. Bring out the hook. Hello. That must have been the end of the tasting.
I'd say so.
This is
Man, that is good.
You're starting really high.
Yeah. Sorry. Go get the other one. Should
Oh.
have that prepared.
Are we're going to do another one right now?
Oh my stars, dude!
Yeah. You guys are special.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to toast Lee Still today. Thank you very much, brother.
Here's to Lee. So let's keep the train rolling, as you said, Lee. What did you just bring to the table?
So I just brought to the table the Weller CYPB, which is also a Kentucky straight bourbon with a mash bill of wheat and corn and malted barley. So this also is...
So why is it called CYPB?
This is a 95 proof. So it's Choose Your Perfect Barrel. Choose Your Perfect Barrel is what it's called. So I think the intention was that people would be able to go and get their own barrel and do that. And they offered that for a while. It's my understanding. I think I read that somewhere. But at the end of the day, they decided to come out with a new expression, and this is what it is.
Because we all need more acronyms in our lives.
I mean, you can never get enough acronyms.
Pause to pour.
That sounds great.
So I do want to say, as you pour this up, don't take your sip yet, because here's what I had in mind. We talk a lot about all the things that we have in common. We all raised children and have emptied the nest. We all went to Ole Miss, blah, 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 blah. Something we haven't talked enough about is we all have really wonderful, indulgent wives who, when we first came to them with this idea, they didn't laugh at us. They encouraged us. And so I would like to, I'm not trying to get too sappy here, but I do want to say thanks and cheers to the assorted wives who have helped support this podcast.
I mean, okay. I do love my wife, for sure, and I'm glad that she allows me to come over here to get into the cracker box and do these things.
Okay.
But I mean,
Cracker box.
Cheers.
So, cheers.
Cheers.
What do you think about the difference here?
Holy mackerel, Batman.
Say more, Robin.
That is freaking good.
It is good. I think it's really good.
It's very smooth, very viscous.
I think it's
Coats your mouth really well.
I think it's thicker.
It is thicker. It's
definitely
got
thicker.
a sweet nose. That's
And it holds on a lot longer than the 12.
Well, I mean, you get it's got a little more proof to it. It's I think you'll find that it. I think there's a lot more going on. This is better than Weller 12 in my mind.
Yeah.
Especially side by side.
Better hug.
I haven't done that. I haven't done a side by side with these before, so I'm glad we're doing it.
Until now.
That's really good.
Choose your perfect barrel. Is it perfect?
It's pretty good. I don't know. Perfect.
Perfect's hard to do.
Perfect's hard to do, but time with buddies, drinking bourbon, talking about things you want to talk about, I think that's always perfect. So how about it be the perfect time?
Hear, hear. And a bold move, though, to call it choose your perfect barrel.
I agree.
But I think they're trying to raise the bar here, and it clearly is paying off.
No doubt.
Wow. I wish that didn't have to end.
I wish that didn't have to end. That can be our new motto. Okay.
My producer's going, what in the heck has just happened? we're sitting here drinking this and just thinking, and there's no words coming out.
I know. Too much silence. We got to stop that.
Do we need to change topics while we finish this?
Absolutely. We need to bring something up.
Because after the perfect barrel,
Yep. There's
your happy place.
let's get there. I mean,
So let's go.
so yeah.
So Eric, what is your happy place?
Oh man. So in the spirit of Happy Gilmore and where do we go and how do we relieve the tensions of life? So my happy place. I actually have two, but I'm going to just do one because I know it's going to be a long show for all of us pick all of our happy places. But it's definitely my most important and most favorite right now. I think you both know there's a piece of land that has been in my wife's family for 3 generations that has come into our ownership, and we're getting ready to build a log cabin. It's got a 10-acre lake. It's about 40 acres of woods, and it's got an 8-acre meadow that's kind of this rolling meadow that needs to be mowed about every 3 to 4 weeks. And my happy place is sitting on my father-in-law's tractor and mowing. Just mowing. I know this sounds boring, but it's about 4 or 5 hours of just deep thought. And it's the best feeling to be on that property and watching the hawks that circle overhead and because they know as you mow, the mice and the rats go running out and they swoop down and eat. And it's just, so much of my time, I'm going to be honest, we've reached an age where we've made a million decisions. And when I'm stressed and dealing with work and everything else, I tend to focus on the decisions that were the wrong choices, And you dwell on that, and it brings you down, and it stresses you out. But when I'm on that tractor, I'm purely thinking about all the choices I've made that were the right choices, the ones that got me to where I am. And it just fills me with gratitude. It just relieves the stress. I could do it all day. It's a little bit of distraction, but I also have to focus a little bit on making sure I'm making all the right turns and getting the field properly trimmed up and ready for the next turn. But it's just, I don't know what I'm going to do when it's winter and there's not grass growing. But I just love that.
I bet you'll still get the trim out.
I mean, I'll figure something out.
I must say, I was really going to give you a hard time for a minute, and then I started feeling like, oh, he's going with gratitude and all of the good stuff. I mean,
where did you think I was going, Lee?
I thought about you mowing it, just getting it done. That's all I was thinking about.
It's the best. It really is.
The grind of mowing. But I'm glad you got to spend time by yourself out there doing that. And I do like the fact that you're thinking about the positive things. I think that's great.
It just comes naturally.
Yeah.
You just can't, there's blue skies. It's quiet.
Fresh air.
You're just in there. You're just in this moment.
Yeah. One with nature.
Yeah.
I like it.
What about you, Lee? Let's talk about your happy place.
My happy place has become, over the years, we've had the opportunity to have a home over. We have a family member that has a home over on St. Simon's Island. And that has been a great place because it's all about family. I get to go. My whole family goes with my kids, my mother-in-law, father-in-law, and it's my wife's aunt and uncle's home, and they're there, and her cousin comes with his family, and it is complete chill. There's no schedule. The only schedule is we'll have dinner together at night. We get up, we go to the beach, and we stay on the beach pretty much all day long. There's been summers where we've been there where there hadn't been anybody within 150 yards of us, and it's just us. The way the tide moves in and out, it is amazing over on the East Coast because the change in tide, you might have 25 yards of beach at high tide, and at low tide, you might have 200 yards. So you just kind of really get to move with the tide in and out. It's pretty fun. And pretty much nothing else to do besides sit there, read a book, chill out, visit with your family. Maybe as the kids have grown up, we've thrown the ball and thrown the frisbee and played ball and had fun out there. And I just have a lot of good memories of doing that. And I've never been a sit on the beach guy until I started going to St. Simon's. And at that point, I come to love the chilling out, and the stress melts away. And when I can't go to sleep at night, I stop and I think about where have I taken my best naps. Some of my best naps have been on St. Simon's Island.
Can't beat a good nap.
That's true.
Well, I think one of the things that I love about our storytelling is how these paths that we've all taken have crossed, sometimes unintentionally. I think you all know I just got back from St. Simon's this past week. I had no idea that you had this place and this memory and this regular pattern. I was just talking the other day before we were leaving, and I said, well, we're going to go out of town. We can't record this past weekend. And Lee asked where we were going, and when I said St. Simon's, he kind of smiled and grinned, and immediately I could tell, like we struck a chord.
Absolutely. I love the live oaks with Spanish moss. I like to take pictures. I'm a photographer, and I love taking pictures of things like that, and got a lot of great pictures and family pictures and scenic things, and it's very special.
They've got some great species of shorebirds. I'd never seen a rosated spoonbill. It looked like a flamingo in flight, but we saw a flock of them.
Okay.
And it was, again,
I understand you spanked a manatee, too.
I did spank a manatee with my kayak paddle. I did not touch it with my hand. I mean, you can't just experience that anywhere. What? They're kind of funky
I'm glad
creatures.
You made the clarification you didn't use your hands.
Just... But it was a cool experience and a beautiful place. My only issue is you can't go there every month. You can only go there once a year.
It is 700 miles if you're driving.
It's a drive.
No doubt. No doubt. So I love it. Wilson, what about you, man?
Well, I would say our happy place is Smith Lake. We have a house over there, and it's our house is in a community with a gate, and when you go through the gate, you can leave every pressure at the gate. I don't know why that happens, but I can go through the gate, and it doesn't matter. Self-service isn't the best, so I feel like I can truly unplug. Get up in the morning, have my cup of coffee on the screen and porch, and watch the boats go by. I don't have to go on the lake. It's kind of, I can just sit there and read and enjoy and do all of that. It's just perfect.
I'm thankful you've invited me to the lake once or twice before, and I would agree.
There's not tons of places to go out and eat and all that stuff, so
I don't have to go anywhere to eat.
So there's no
cooking.
pressure to feel like you have to do anything.
If you're cooking, I'm in.
So,
and I know we've talked about this, but we want to record an episode from that screen porch.
Well, let's make it happen, because I want to do it too.
Capture that zen.
I want to do it too.
That will be a laid back episode.
For sure. So, I think this is important. Everybody needs to have this place. Even if you can't be at the lake at St. Simon's Island on the back of the tractor, when things are hitting you hard, you can kind of remember and reflect and pull those memories in, and it just centers you. It centers you. I remember being younger and thinking, boy, when I get to this point in my life, there's going to be so much less stress. No kids to deal with. My bills will be paid.
It's just different stress.
Turns out it's a different stress. Yeah.
But Chris and I were talking yesterday. It was like, we've got to go to the lake. You
got to go.
Got to go.
Very good.
I'm in.
Let's go.
Okay, we'll pick this up later. We're going to the lake.
Yep.
Right now?
I'm out.
Let's go.
This was a good episode and some great Weller. Really, some of the best of the Weller. Let's start there.
No doubt.
So thank you for that. And thanks for the stories. We've got so many more to share, but I do think it's time to wrap it up. So thank you, as always, for joining Assorted Crackers. And if you want to tell us about your happy place, we'd like to hear from you. I'm going to tell you a little inside secret. Lee is the guy who manages our email account, and he's been really sad because nobody's writing.
Yeah.
Nobody's writing.
Come on, guys.
So send us your emails. If there's something we said that's wrong and you want to correct, let's hear from you. Or if you want to share your own happy place, send us an email. That is 3assortedcrackers@gmail.com. Make Lee happy. Let's do it for Lee.
Please.
And you can pick us up wherever you get your podcasts. And if you want to know a little bit more about us, we do have a really cool Instagram page that includes some photos from our happy places. Instagram is at 3assortedcrackers. We're easy to find. Thanks, everybody, for joining.
See ya.
Don't go stale.
Now he's drinking water.
Are you sure is that what you call it now? I thought that sounded like he was mowing the lawn.
Guys.
He's resuscitating a snake.
Guys.
Mouth to mouth.